Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a Michael, Tomlin, and Mama Manning too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to May 14th. It is a Wednesday. It is an A-Day. It's the middle of the week. One of the last middle of the weeks for seniors who have a lot going on down the stretch here, finishing up their high school career. And the prom is coming up in a week. We got top 10 tonight. We got senior scholarship night. A lot going on. Miss those days. And, I mean, it's been a couple of years since I was in high school. Do you remember your senior week?
We didn't have a senior week.
You didn't have a senior week.
No.
You didn't. Did you have senior week?
No, my senior year was weird because half our building was torn down.
Oh,
We were doing the renovations.
Oh, I didn't know if the students had done
So
that.
our senior year, we were done either at 12 or 1 o'clock because we had no lunch because the cafeteria got torn down at the end of junior year.
Well, that's an interesting
And
way to go about it.
Senior year, you'd like walk down a hall and suddenly there'd be a partition there because they were doing work over there. So it's like, okay, I'm not getting to class this way. Try to figure out a new way to get to class.
Wow. And it's still the same building, right?
So my high school,
We're talking about Hamden High School
yes,
here.
the front of the building is the original WPA construction 1930s building. All of the 1960s editions that like my homeroom doesn't exist anymore because that whole wing is now a courtyard. And my gym is gone and my swimming pool is gone. So all the editions in the 1960s were ripped off and replaced with the early 2000,
All right.
late 90, early 2000 editions. So for all intents and purposes, my high school doesn't really exist anymore.
Wow. What about yours? Any renovations on your high
no
school?
renovations. Windsor Locks, it's all the same.
It's the same building they
Small
built.
school, small town.
They redid Emmett O'Brien. It looks
Beautiful. Oh my God.
beautiful. But it was right after my son got out. Then they finished up all the renovations.
Oh, you
So,
see how
I
that
had
is?
gone through it. Like I remember sitting in his math class, looking up, and I remember I had math class in there. And there's still the missing tile in the front of the room. There was still a missing tile in the front of the room.
I still want to get in there and see my old classroom. So I did my student teaching there, and then I did some other work there.
I don't know if they
I'd love to
redid
see
the
my old room.
classrooms, but the facade and the
Oh, it's beautiful.
cafeteria is outstanding. It's gorgeous. So, on this day in history, it looked like the Edgar Jenner administered the first successful smallpox vaccination, and leading the way for modern immunology. And today's birthday, George Lucas.
Oh,
What?
one of your guys.
Yeah. Actually, David Byrne too. Kate
Oh.
Blanchett. That's looking like a bunch of birthdays
Wow.
that came up on this one. All right, in the building today, I have a few things to take care of. Fine Arts Night is this Thursday. So, like I said, tonight is the top 10. Seniors, if you had the poster boards you're going to be making, make sure you get your money in for those. We can get those hung up in the hallways. Congratulations again to the CIAC Scholar athletes, Faye Carnamello and Gabe Diamante. Two great choices right there.
Yeah, they've been on the show several times.
Yeah. There's a reason why. And if you're looking to donate some clothes to change lives, support Woodland Hawks boys basketball Saturday, May 24th from 9 to 12. Drop those off at St. Anthony's Church parking lot. Veterans Forum is next week. It's May 22nd. It's in the Media Center. It's going to be from 8:30 to about 12 p.m. Anybody that is in 9th through 12th grade can attend. You have to have a B average or higher. You can get community service as well. It is considered an in-school field trip. And if you have any more information to request, go see Mr. Collins or Miss Stevens. You can Schoology message them as well. So yeah, don't interrupt them in the middle of class. It's not a great idea. And congratulations to the 2025 CIAC Unified Sports Banquet, where they got certificates for their participation as well. Get those books back to the Media Center. Charge those Chromebooks every night. Listen to us every morning. Time now for the news with Tomlin.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Good morning. Couple top stories started today. First off, President Trump's approval rating has risen to 44% in the latest Reuters Ipsos poll ended May 13, 2025. This reflects an overall improvement in public sentiment. The increase follows weeks of tariff reductions in China and eased recession worries after previous sharp trade tensions and tariff hikes. Wednesday, May 14, 2025, during a visit to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Donald Trump held a meeting with Ahmed al-Shara, Syria's interim president, prior to the Gulf Cooperation Council summit. The meeting came after the U.S. unexpectedly announced plans to remove sanctions targeting Syria that had been enacted during Bashar al-Assad's rule, indicating a move towards restoring diplomatic relations despite objections from Israel. All right. So a study published on May 13th in Occupational Environmental Medical examined 110 South Korean healthcare workers to assess how working 52 hours or more per week affected brain structure. Thoughts?
I'd like to say it made him more productive and it led to a longer life, but I have a feeling it is going to be the opposite, which just makes me nervous.
MRI analysts revealed that workers putting in excessive hours had a 19% larger volume in the left caudal middle frontal region of the brain. I have no idea what that means.
I don't know if it's good either.
This group was also characterized by being younger and having higher educational attainment compared to those working regular weekly hours. So the more educated you are, the longer you work.
I could see that, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know.
Researchers highlighted that this pilot study offers initial biological insights into how extended working hours may lead to structural brain alterations, affecting executive functions and emotional control. So they emphasize interpreting the results with caution, given the study is limited scale.
I know when I was working at Pratt Whitney, I worked a lot of hours.
And your
My frontal right cortex lobe thing.
obviously was bigger.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't
Alright.
know about me, but all I know is my daughter beats me in Jeopardy every night.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So she must be working
Which one of-
52 hours a week.
Now, which one of you sleeps more often? Obviously you.
Not me.
All right, and the Menendez brothers are back in the news. The Menendez brothers, famous for obviously their Netflix show.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what they're famous for.
For this generation, probably.
Yeah, right.
The Menendez brothers, in 1989, they murdered their parents in Beverly Hills. So there's resentencing resulting from former district attorney George Gascon's petition, supported by evolving views on child sexual abuse and the brothers' rehabilitation over 35 years in prison, despite current DA Nathan Hawkins' opposition. All right. So they see here.
They got life with parole again, which gives them an opportunity perhaps to eventually apply to get out.
Yeah, so they switched it from life imprisonment without the possibility of parole to a term of 50 years to life. So that allows them, because it's 50 to life, that allows them to potentially be released, for them to be considered for early release under California statute for offenders who were under 26 at the time of their crime. However, Jessica emphasized that the decision to grant parole is not his to make. State Parole Board and Governor Gavin Newsom will decide on their release after a parole hearing scheduled for June 13th, 2025. With the governor having 120 days to affirm, reverse, or modify that recommendation. So it is a possibility that some point this year, the Menendez brothers will be released.
Wow.
See, power of Netflix.
Something to be said about that.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Boring Wednesday.
All right.
No happy news.
No happy news.
What do you mean? It was great happy news.
Where?
We're
For the
talking,
Menendez brothers. it
we're
was
talking
happy
to
news.
Syria. I mean, we're reestablishing relations with foreign countries. Our president is abroad, meeting global leaders. The Menendez brothers have used the power of Netflix for justice.
That's a spin doctor if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
And that's the news with Tomlin. Over to the sports desk with Mama Manning.
Here's a shot at the buzzer. Strike three, call. What a catch. Touchdown.
Time now for sports with Mama Manning.
Good morning. Good morning. Yesterday,
Yesterday.
Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
boys tennis team
Oh, no. I
Was-
see your face.
was nudged by Noggy
Oh,
4-1.
no, you got him.
Noggy got him.
Last
Those
time they
dogs,
played Noggy, though, they beat him.
they beat him.
I
Yeah,
wonder if the ladder changed.
could be.
Yeah.
Today's rainy. Showers
it does
on
look
and
a
off.
little kind of, iffy.
Yeah. So
That's a specific weather term.
I
Yes.
like it.
Iffy. Yeah.
iffy. So this is the schedule, but I don't know if the games are going to be held. We have golf versus Seymour, home 2:00. You know what that means?
They got to get out early.
Early dismissal. Softball versus Holy Cross, away 3:30. That's a big game. Girls tennis versus St. Paul, home 4:30. And baseball, Noggy, away 6 p.m. under the lights.
Wow.
It's a lot of sports, but we got to watch the weather.
Yeah, that's all. It's going to be one of those tight end of years. I think they've had a couple things postponed or pushed back already.
Right, but they got so many games in. They're in great shape, all our sports.
We are.
Yes, but we're winding down with the seasons.
When NVL start? A week or two?
Depends on the sport. It's all over the place this year.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, but end of the month
all right.
in general.
And anything about basketball you want to bring up?
Well, Jason Tatum had his surgery yesterday.
So he's out.
Ruptured Achilles.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good. With major rehab.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, Mama's not happy. I'm very sad. Series doesn't look good, but season doesn't look good for next year.
All right.
Yeah, we got the boss coming. Boss is going to help us out.
And that's the sports with Mama Manning.
So we are joined this morning by our vice principal, Mr. McKenzie. Woo-hoo-hoo!
There you go.
So tonight here at Woodland, we have our top 10 ceremony. Would you tell us about that
I
ceremony,
would
sir?
love to. I would love to. I appreciate the fake applause too, Jim. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks
No
for
problem.
that.
They
We
were
There's a huge
recorded it.
crowd. No one can see it, but
I had
it's-
one of my classes just record that
Yeah.
for us.
Wait, that's fake?
No, well, it could be, maybe not.
Very
Who knows?
real.
Not for you, Mama. So about 3 years ago, I had a great opportunity to kind of bring something that was part of my old high school here to Woodland, and I felt like it was something that was a great way to celebrate our students in another way. And I know we do a great job celebrating our valedictorian and salutatorian at graduation, but there's a lot of kids that do some really great work that are just phenomenal kids. And so we wanted to kind of bring this piece where we take a look at our entire top 10. And these are students based off of their QPA average over a 4-year span. And these are the kids that have excelled. The greatest thing about this is a celebration of them. And when we go through it and we go through their bios, most people are going to think, all right, these are kids that are just in the classroom and go home and study every night. And it is the farthest from that. These are kids that are involved in absolutely everything in terms of the fabric of Woodland, whether it's student government, whether it's sports, whether it's plays, whether it's anything. It doesn't matter. These are the kids that we're celebrating. And so we bring them in. A special thing that we do is we also ask them to find someone within the district that has meant something to them. And I know all three of you at some point over the last 3 years, including this year, will be in presence because you have made a difference to the kids here at Woodland continuously. And so it's a great way to celebrate them. And obviously we look forward to a night like this. It's right before a board meeting. So we have a lot of dignitaries there, including our superintendent, and everyone comes together to celebrate these kids. The other piece that we're finally getting going, we always take a picture to memorialize the night with the top 10. And this year with our Mr. Murdy and his students, we've kind of pushed forward with creating our wall, our top 10 wall. So it will be memorialized forever here at Woodland. And the kids have produced a sign, are producing the nameplates, and getting those up on the wall in front of the Library Media Center, and just going to be something that will be here forever. So if you are in the top 10 from the last 2 years before this, your pictures are going up. And then obviously moving forward, we'll have the same thing. So it's a really great event. It's quick, it's simple, but it is really a positive piece. It is at 6:30 tonight in the auditorium, right before the board meeting. So it's a nice night to celebrate who our kids are and the Woodland pride that we have for them.
Now, does it go by QPA or GPA?
It goes by QPA.
QPA.
Yep. So QPA, so what that takes into factor is all the ECE courses and the AP courses that kids are taking at a high level. So they get the multiplier that is part of that QPA average.
So that shows rigor of schedule as well. So even
absolutely.
though they're participating in everything
Yeah,
else, they're
still.
taking some of the harder classes.
Yeah, we have and we have kids that are all-state athletes on this list. We have kids that are scholars. So we have kids that are superintendent awards. It's you name it. I think one of our kids last night just broke the school record in the 3,200 meter. I think Gabe Diamante broke the school record last night.
And
So
he's
like,
the CAS, CIAC scholar athlete. For
right.
Woodland.
So you're having just the best of the best and kids that are meaning the right way to go through this process and taking all that is Woodland together and part of this process. So we appreciate the night and look forward to it.
And you'll be emceeing.
I'll be emceeing, girl.
Good.
I'll try to be a little bit quieter. I don't know.
Oh, I like it.
I got to get that applause track again, though.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Do they get another patch for their Letterman jacket?
Yeah, well, no, but they get a nice plaque with a certificate in there, kind of memorializing the event that they get to keep forever. And hopefully they put it up on their wall, bring it to college, maybe put it in there when they get home. It's the first thing that they walk in and see. That's the hope.
Well, there you go. Well, most of them going off to college,
Yeah.
so they'll have to hang it in their dorm or
that's right.
whatnot. But
That's right.
all right. Well, it looks like it's going to be another successful night. I'm excited to see what goes on with this. And thank you for putting it together.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a brainchild, bringing that sense of community from your own background to here at Woodland as well.
Yeah.
Brainchild. There's the brain again.
Watch
there it
out.
is. There you go.
Ah,
Exactly.
someone's working over 40 hours a week.
Mhm.
We're trying. We're trying. Guys, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. And on behalf of the show, don't forget, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.